It's a matter of time before the shill media comes in and attacks fans for being upset when a company goes woke, makes changes to their projects, destroys games that you love. And of course, we have this going on right now with Bell of Lost Souls. This is a tabletop RPG site that is pretty much dedicated to D&D and Warhammer and games of this nature. It is just travesty what they did. And of course, they want to attack you. They hate you. They want you dead. They want you out of the fandom. And that's where they're going today. We are continuing to cover the Games Workshop and Warhammer 40K nightmare that's going on ever since they've changed and made female Custodes when there never were before, lied about it, and then started blocking fans from their community manager doing this to former employees going at you. This is upping the ante every single time. It's sick how far these people are going. And we have their hypocrisy on full display, which I'll show you in just a moment as well. My name's John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author, and if you like the Warhammer novels, if you like Dan Abnett and things like that, I'm a big Dan Abnett fan. I made my own series called Justifies Saga of the Nano Templar. There's a 3-book series on Amazon right now, and if you love Warhammer and don't want the wokeness involved, this is a very, very anti-woke property. You'll absolutely love this. I would love to hear what you think about this as a Warhammer fan. Please check this out. The link's on Amazon. I've got my Amazon page in the description below. I'll try to put this direct link so you can get this book because, like I said, I know you'll love this if you're a Warhammer fan, and I would love for you to check out my books. Thank you guys so much for all the support. This was a #1 bestseller and really has sold thousands of copies, done a lot better than a lot of my other stuff. I will get back to this universe for fans of this series. I have a next trilogy planned, which is it's such an epic that I'm kind of just percolating on it, and I'm really making sure I'm going to get that dialed just because I know you love this series so much. I want to do honor to what I've already written. Unlike Games Workshop, they definitely don't want to do honor to what they've already written. So one of our contributors today wrote a piece on the Bell of Lost Souls piece as a sort of counter to it. This entire concept is, as we mentioned, Warhammer 40K, only bigots hate female Adeptus Custodes. So they're immediately calling you bigots for wanting your game lore to just be intact. It's a standard tactic that they always do. They want to socially pressure you. You're anti-female, you're misogynist, you're sexist if you don't like the changes. And they weren't even changes. Like, they can't even keep their story straight when they do this stuff. And that is the main problem with everything because, that is the main appeal of Warhammer is they have rich lore that goes into books that, beyond just the codexes, that goes into novels and comics and all sorts of wonderful background that you just want that to be there and you want that to remain true. Warhammer themselves are going out and former employees are saying, it's always been unreliable narrators in this, so you don't really know what's true and what's not. Totally not true about Warhammer. Absolute lies that they're telling, and this is absolute lies here when they're calling these fans bigots. And immediately in the article, he begins it with, "Oh no, women are coming to ruin 40K. The bigots need to get over themselves about the female Adeptus Custodes. The bigots, ugh." And, of course, we're writing this up on fandompulse.com, so if you want better tabletop news than this nonsense, make sure to follow us, too. And he goes on for a long, long time, and that's what he does, is just call everybody bigots and sexist. He tries to straw man what's going on here. When we're actually talking about lore, we're talking about just doing honor to the original property, and it's a big issue here. He continues, "As it seems to happen every time with Games Workshop takes a step to be more inclusive as they ban their fans. To get more people into the hobby, some bigots on the internet are mad. In a number of online spaces, including comments of our website, people have come out to protest this update. In general, they position themselves as guardians of the lore. The gaslighting's out of control every single time. Like, because you know your lore, because you actually care about it, you're just positioning yourself. You're not a real fan. The real fans aren't bigots. It's absolutely sick the way these people think. And it's not about inclusivity. It's about excluding people. It's about excluding normal people because they want to have their fifis and their safe spaces for their weird little sexual fetishes and their weird little male feminist circles where nobody likes them, including women, by the way. And they think that if they just virtue signal hard enough, maybe they'll be able to get some from a cosplayer of a female custode later on, I guess. Maybe that's the goal here. I don't know. But here it is. You might be about to tell me how you're not a bigot at all. You care about 40K lore and its sanctity. But you know what? Save yourself the breath. I mean, it's unbelievable, these writers on here. Now, my contributor here, who on Twitter, found what was actually going on here. So here's a bunch of female 40K fans who are really upset with the changes here, saying that, gosh, I don't like these changes either. And notice who's coming at them. It's a commie in a box. It's a leftist weirdo who is defending Games Workshop, simping for Warhammer 40K, comes at Lady Runesong here and says, calls her a thought. Says people shouldn't slut shame. Yes, people should absolutely slut shame, by the way. And just attacks her personally because of her views on the female custodes. Wow. Wait a minute. A dude attacking a girl on her opinion, saying she's not allowed to have her opinion and denigrating her, that almost seems like misogyny, Bell of Lost Souls. But they'll ignore that because they have their narrative. But it goes further. Here it is, Leonore, who's a wonderful artist and just a great person, also worth the follow. Here it is. Somebody says, you probably sell your boobs on OnlyFans just to get money on the side, attacking her, again, over the fact that she says that you should respect the lore in Warhammer. It looks like the people who are misogynist bigots are the female, the male feminists out there who are defending Games Workshop and Warhammer. Does this happen every single time? Every single time there's a male feminist involved, he ends up being a creep towards the woman. It's very, very weird. It's not weird. It actually goes into the sociosexual hierarchy and gamma male behavior. And there's a lot of gamma males in the Warhammer community, and there's a lot of gamma males in the comic community. That's why you see this kind of lashing out at women online, because they are upset at the end of the day that the women are not going along with them and viewing them as their saviors. That's what they want. This Big Ox 666 or whatnot wants the women to agree with him that, like, the females need representation, and I'm fighting for you, milady. And since she's not going along with that, he calls her an OnlyFans slut. It's really sad, especially since she is not one. And there's more. Here's another one of him another person going after a female Warhammer fan who doesn't like the changes that are happening here. Shut up, you dumb Chinese whore. Go back to your red light district. I mean, they all have the same tactic. You notice they have one line. Hazel Raw, a gamer here, says, let me be real. It was very difficult growing up as a lesbian with a Japanese mother. Can't paint minis because of disability. I've read 40-plus Horus Heresy novels in recent years. It's an escape. I dislike female custodes. It hurts when they call me a bigot. I just like established lore. Oops. It looks like the little narrative that they want to spin here isn't working whatsoever. It's a complete lie, as usual. And what is always the case here is that these people are projecting their own little insecurities onto everybody else, and they want everybody else to subscribe to their little narrow worldview of leftist cultural Marxism in everything, where everything has to look exactly the same. It has to be homogenous. It's not diversity. It's quite the opposite. It's the opposite of diversity. Everything has to look exactly the same. You have to have the one black person in the party, the one gay Asian guy, the one female, and then the white guy has to be somebody who has to be attacked or is stupid in the course of what goes on. So as you see this, that's what happens here. Ironically, the Bell of Lost Souls article, they call for comments down below, which we always do in our articles too. I'd say we want to engage with our fans, and of course, I hope you leave comments on this video as well as the article on here that we're writing. What they said is, leave a comment about what you think of this change. Well, they're always not really wanting to interact with the real fans. They're always not wanting to hear your voice for real, and this is no different. And here it is. Look at this. Comments and reactions for this thread are now closed. So anytime they get pushback, anytime they know that they're wrong, they try to shut you up and silence you. And that's what Games Workshop's doing by blocking you on Twitter when you complain about this. This is exactly what their shills at Bell of Lost Souls are doing by not allowing comments when they call you bigots. They are afraid of the truth. And so you just need to be loud, make yourself heard, because even if they're going to negatively react right now, down the line, somebody who's a businessman who's in charge of some of this stuff will be like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't go to the next step because the fans hate this and we're going to lose our shorts. You make a difference. We saw what happened last year with the boycotting of Bud Light and Target. It made a big difference for real, and we can do this here in our hobbies and protect what we love. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this, my friends. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out Justified, Saga of the Nano Templar on Amazon. Really appreciate everybody who reads, and we'll be back soon.